Hello! What if there was a cool trick that you could turn on at will and use it to lower your body's cholesterol levels naturally? If I told you about it, would you be interested? Of course you would. Well, that's what's coming up shortly. Stay tuned. I'll see you in a couple of seconds.
Now for today's 2020 idea to better health, please welcome on stage Dr. Joe.
Welcome back. I'm Dr. Joe of thedrjoe.com. Now, if this is your first time on this channel, can I extend a warm welcome to you? This is your home of 2020 Ideas to Better Health. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, and also please do not forget to click on the notification bell, because that's how you get notified of future videos that I make. One of the things I like to do on this channel is to provide you with soft health education, because I believe that if you understand your body very well, it will enable you to take control of your health. This video is along those lines. This video is about a particular strategy that you can turn on at will, and it will help you to lower your body's cholesterol levels. In fact, this video is a prelude to the next video that I'm going to make. The next video is going to be about a specific, but this video is about a strategy. Now, to round up, I'm going to provide you with some take-home messages that will consolidate what you're going to learn in this video. Now, what trick am I talking about? Well, let's get started.
So the trick is all about a biological circular movement of cholesterol. This happens in our body naturally anyway. So what we're going to do is that we're going to interrupt that circular movement and lead the cholesterol out of our body naturally. We're not going to use any pills, okay? If we lead the cholesterol out of our body, we lower our blood levels of cholesterol effortlessly. You don't need to do a lot. Okay, so that's why this is a very neat trick. Now, this circular movement is called enterohepatic circulation. Don't panic, I know that's a big word, but I'm just going to explain it to you right now. Entero means bowel. Hepatic means liver. So it's about bowel-liver circulation. Okay? So here is how it works. The liver dumps cholesterol into a bowel through bile. A digestive process takes place in the bowel using the dumped cholesterol in the bile. The cholesterol gets reabsorbed back into the liver from the bowel. So the same process happens all over again. The next time you eat, the liver dumps the cholesterol into the bowel. And then, of course, the cholesterol gets reabsorbed back into the liver. So essentially, that is the bowel-liver circulation. So let me just explain the process again in detail. When we eat, the food gets digested, nutrients get absorbed. The body uses the digestion process to also correct biochemical mishaps, okay? And one of these mishaps is excess cholesterol. So the liver dumps the excess cholesterol into the bowel through the bile. So we're going to take advantage of this dumping exercise to reduce our cholesterol levels. But we're only going to succeed in doing this if we are smart. Bile with the excess cholesterol mixes with the food. And then, of course, the digested food travels with the cholesterol along the gut very nicely. So here is how the process actually happens. That's the liver there, and that is the gallbladder. And that's a stream of bile flowing straight through from the gallbladder into the bowel. Usually, the liver makes bile using the cholesterol that we have, the excess cholesterol, makes the bile, stores it in the gallbladder, and when we eat, the gallbladder contracts, releases the bile straight through into the bowel. Our gut is like a river. Food flows through it like water in a river. And in this context, the transit time, which means how long it takes for the food to flow through, is very important. If the river flow is smooth and regular, you lose a lot of the dumped cholesterol we're talking about with your effluent, and this happens effortlessly. You don't have to do a lot on your part. So it's a bit like this river here. As you can see there, the water is flowing through the river quite smoothly, and that is how you want your gut to perform. And this is how you want it to be in real life. You want the peristaltic waves to move the food along your bowel very nicely, as you can see there. On the other hand, if the river flow is stagnated, then a lot of the dumped cholesterol gets reabsorbed back into the liver. If you remember, we started this conversation with bowel-liver circulation. And the longer the transit time, the more of the dumped cholesterol that gets reabsorbed back into the liver. We want to avoid that. So it's a bit like that river, as you can see there. There's not much of activity going on there. The river is more or less stagnant. And in real life, this is what happens. Not much movement. Okay, that is not good. That encourages more reabsorption of the dumped cholesterol. So what does this mean? Well, it means we can take advantage of this biological function and apply a unique principle. And what's that principle? Well, the principle is that we're going to eat foods that A, make us regular, and B, foods that attract and bind the dumped cholesterol into the substance of the food and run away with it like a thief in the night. Okay, that's the principle. Foods that make us regular, foods that attract and bind the dumped cholesterol, and that stops the reabsorption of the cholesterol back into the circulation straight to the liver. So how do you achieve this? Well, you achieve this by a simple method of eating foods that are high in soluble fiber. That's it. Foods that are high in soluble fiber. Now, let me explain. So here's how it works. When you eat a food like a burger, the burger travels down the esophagus to your stomach. Digestion process begins, and upon this digestion, the cholesterol is released, absorbed into your circulation, as you can see there. But when you eat soluble fiber, it travels down and the digestion process takes place, as you can see there. And then this soluble fiber begins to mop up the cholesterol. All that yellow stuff you see in there is cholesterol, mops it up, takes it all along the small intestine to the large intestine, and that's it to the large bowel there, straight through, and you expel it. So here are a few take-home messages for you. The first one is that if we interrupt the liver bowel circulation by eating smartly, we will lower our LDL cholesterol. If you remember, the good cholesterol, which is the HDL cholesterol, actually moves the bad cholesterol from arteries, takes it to the liver, and the liver makes bile with it. The liver pushes the bile into our bowel, and if we eat soluble fiber foods, then the soluble fiber food is just going to bind the LDL cholesterol, and then we expel it. So that's the first take-home message. Second take-home message is that constipation is bad news for cholesterol control. The reason for this is the transit time when you are constipated is much longer. That means there's more time for the cholesterol to get reabsorbed back into circulation straight into the liver as well. So we don't want that. You don't want constipation. That's why the regularity is very important, and that's where soluble fiber also helps as well. Soluble fiber is our princely tool. That's the third message. That's because the soluble fiber performs the two functions we're talking about. It makes us regular, A, and B, it actually attracts and binds the LDL cholesterol that we're trying to get rid of. So this is how the process works. It's very smart, and we can take advantage of it and use it to actually lower our LDL cholesterol.
Right, now that you know about this strategy, the next video is going to make a lot more sense to you. The next video is going to be about a specific food that has been scientifically tested and it's been shown to actually lower your LDL cholesterol, your bad cholesterol levels. And I'll be publishing that video hopefully in the next couple of days. Now, if you got some value from this video, as usual, give it a thumbs up and share the video with a friend, a family member, or a colleague. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. You got any comments to make your comments down below. I think that's about it. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out.